I want my editorial staff to be able to be have the skill set for the future, which is no longer just going to be about looking at linear text. And even now with promotional aspects of books, they have to be involved in video creation and assets and things so that there's a different way to tell the story. So we're calling these 4 new things Vooks, so as opposed to books. And I see them as sort of an aspect of publishing for the 21st century. We're publishing 4 on Thursday. There are 2 fiction and 2 non-fiction. And they're 4 different genres because we wanted to test out the whole experience of it and the idea of it, and to learn something in the process rather than just sort of stick with one central idea. So for example, with the 90-second fitness, which is an exercise program, you're able to see with the video exactly how you should hold your body, exactly how many repetitions you should do when you take your Vook application to the gym, exactly how to make your ingredients for the diet that's contained in the Vook. But then there's a lot of other information in there as well, where you want to, what's the shopping list for all the vitamins I should have? What are all the ingredients I should be looking at? How many times do I do each repetition? So you actually need that piece, that written down, so that you can just refer to that constantly. But with the fiction, what it is, it's sort of, it allows you to tell a story and in a new way. So you have, for example, Jude Devereux's romance set in North Carolina in the end of the 19th century. You're able to sort of read the story about the young woman making the journey, and then you can see the landscape as if it was through her eyes. You can see the costumes that she would have worn, and then the story is progressed. If you want to do a side story to find out about the alter ego of one of her characters, there's a little newsreel episode which gives you that information.
Mr. Ptolemy roams the world. Stephen Ptolemy was often misunderstood.
So it expands the experience, and it's in a way, it's a wonderful way to be able to tell a story in a new way, not replacing either the movie or the book. I actually think there's a lot of opportunities for these for small handheld devices, because particularly with some of the non-fiction and the lifestyle ones, people wait all the time. Women particularly are always waiting. You're waiting for the kids, you're waiting for the doctor, you're waiting. So instead of just wasting that time, you can then sort of have a look at the Return to Beauty book and learn something about skincare, find out what your shopping list should be, and then you can just shut it down and resume from where you left off the next time you're waiting to pick someone up. I always believe you always have to start, and then the opportunities present themselves. I could see this is a wonderful way to be able to tell a new story without the huge expense of making a major movie, because you can say things in words that are much cheaper than you can make them in film, but then you can add different atmospheric qualities to it. You can show historical material, you can give a backstory, you can run parallel universes. It would be perfect for memoirs and for autobiographies, because as you're talking about your life in films, then you can actually show a little snippet of that person acting in that film. I think it will allow people to use their imagination in a new way. I think for the 21st century, it's all about the content and the story and the information being in the center of something. Then it can be expressed as a book, can be expressed as an audio, can be expressed as a Vook, and people are going to come to the information for either what mood they're in or how they like to be entertained. So it's I think it's endless. It's just about imagination.